Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. And if you are feeling kind, please subscribe. We are officially live, and just to shake things up, Blueface ever coming home? What's going on with this? When will we ever find out? I gotta finish the question. When will we ever find out the answer and see his face on the streets again? That's can't be possible next couple of days. Not sure at all. It's the wrong time. Ever coming home? 9 months from now. That's so interesting. I drew three just to shake things up and get the video, tap into the algorithm. I do have some things I want to go over. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I've never done this before, so work with me for a second. And the poll's going to be, let me do this. I re-released the you are blank the father for the Blueface video. Didn't re-release it. It's just always been there. You just had to have the link to it. Okay, so let me see. And the question is, do you all want? Second, let me do it. Nope, I have to type it. Okay, give me a second. Let me see if I can do this. Let me go back. All right, so I figured that out. And I just posted it, and I hope that it works. Let's come back on board. I think it's there. Hi, Bryson. That's a cool name. Respect to you and gratitude to all the same. So, what we're doing is kind of breaking down and going over the original video. Like, it's. Let's see. It's so it's hard because this tarot thing becomes like a hit or miss, or things mean this, go back and rewatch. But I want to talk about, and the kids are home, so please forgive. I'm not going to make them be quiet. This is their home. But I want to watch a few things. In some way, okay? That something's going to work. Something new. Okay. And when we bust out the tablet, we mean business. Okay. So no disrespect. Oh, let me say this. It's no disrespect on why I'm doing that poll regarding Ronnie Doe. I don't want to have, the young man is no longer here. He's passed. So, just to have that reading out there, it's nonsense. It's not necessary. But I want you guys to know, this is the option. I want to kind of get your opinion for the poos, who really care. So I can release it and let it be there, and we'll just leave it, or, we're not going to worry about it. It's up to you. We're going to draw two more cards to see what we can come up with and double down on it all. So the first one was the King of Cups. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then we have the Page of Cups. There's an egg. There's actually a little mini dragon hatching out of this egg. It's like a hatch here. And so we're talking about something that belongs. We're also talking about the fact that Page, I get my glasses. Hi, Page is something that's going to turn new. And this could be just simply for... See, well, there's the egg. Now, as a tarot reader, and by the spirit, I'm going off of exactly what I see and what I'm feeling in this moment. Now, because this dragon is hatching out of this egg, and that King of Cups really lets us know, in general, that there's emotion behind this baby, okay? Let's keep going. But this is all something new to us. We're going to have to accept Pooh. One more time, double down on it all. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles, okay? So money is involved with self, investment, and This is not always something that we're going to have to be generous with, but the reality is you can't kind of hurt feelings and be vindictive. Well, now I want to say this because there's innocence all over this card. And I don't know how to like put this on here. There we go. So I bust out the tablet. I mean business, y'all. We will get into the reading, but like I said, I was going to break this down. We're going to spend some time. But there is innocence all over this card. And the fact that we have the red pentagons and they look, you know, kind of bloodish, but it's really these trees, these roots. These trees are very, very thick by the bottom, the waist, but then they shoot out and they're thin. So I'm paying attention to the card. I'm paying attention to now what I'm seeing as innocence. I want to keep going. But this is something that's discriminative. And I believe that it's something to do with the child and the way that we are going to have to view him in some way. Spirits, come down and let us know if this is Blueface's child. It looks like it is. Got the 8 hatching with the 6 and the investment. This king. And this video is available, guys. It's all in the House of Blues playlist. We got the star. We got hope. We got Aquarius. So there's hope. I'm gonna just go with that. That's what it says. 9 of Cups, and then the 5 of Swords. So I've drawn 6 cards total, and I'm really feeling like when it comes to everything pouring in, yes, this is his child. Now this looks like exactly what it looks like. The dragon is pouring into the waterfall, and it's coming out of the bottom half. Let's be adults. Okay, so my energy and my thought in the Tarot of the Spirit, if you are a tarot reader and just enjoying this breakdown, I appreciate you being here, right? Because as a true tarot reader, you know, you do go back and you kind of got to realize something. But the facts is that I kind of based what this was in vision of the dragon pouring into the lake, but still not seeing that there's still something flowing. Let's keep going. For the past few days to see if I would get the same reading, same card. And I did. And here it is, the star. All right. So he had hope. So there's faith. There is. Look at the bright aspect of something for the future regarding a semen sperm here. Now I want to say this, because not thinking that there's creativity in this energy, there's creativity surrounding. I'm not paying attention to what I see up here, and my finger's right on it. So I'll hold that accountable and see that something creative is behind this whole thing. It's poured into. This is also Aquarius energy, but like I said, this is something of an acceptance in inspiration. The 9 of Cups is to follow, and really I believe this comes with that Page of Cups because it's turning, and it actually looks like the embryo, and then it's hatching here as an actual, dragon child on the cards. Please don't pay attention to the gender, just the role. I'm not trying to make just a few more minutes. It's only a 5-minute video, but I just want to get to something that was here all along. So when it comes to this 9 of Cups, this is the truth. This is experience. And we're going to have to look at it as a sort of a celebration here because of some difference. The final card here. And the child is different, so people are celebrating it rather than. The 6 of Pentacles is the 5 of Swords. Okay. And it happened this way, 5-6. In order for you to see, how it happened. He may have been trapped. She may have had a couple of partners going through these different routes, but his is the one that kind of stuck. Now, because there are multiple partners and there is all kinds of, with the 5 stars that we were talking, 4 stars that we were talking about, these pentagons up here. I don't think that what's really being looked at on my end is this dark energy that is surrounding and coming from the bottom of this, this 6, okay? And to be honest with you, I didn't realize it until, I just don't want to be rude. But something that's very sentimental here, I just overlooked. And I want to keep going because the fact that there is blood on this other dragon, and there's one red and there's one blue, okay? So in my feeling of Tarot of the Spirit, I'm not paying attention to this young man, right, Ronnie Doe, because this blue was the attention. This is the one we're focusing on. I'm paying attention to like legacy, roots, a family connection here. And so also thinking that, excuse me, when I did this reading, the support, blue, supporting, this history, this person, this is what the support is. So that's how I looked at it. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. One more time, two more times.
But not to say that there wasn't other involvements here, because it's definitely all possible. There's the
As a narrator, I hope you guys are watching and can appreciate a breakdown. And sometimes we watch your videos and go through it. It could always mean different stuff.
With somebody, and I really feel like it's because of just the indifference. Because the 6 is the investment. This is not always something we're going to have to be.
There's so much dark energy coming and darkness coming from this card on the bottom. That was my sign. Phone ringing. I didn't catch it. I didn't pay attention.
We have all the signs that it says that it's his child, but the parting ways things, that could mean 2 different realities. Parting ways of some truths that's hidden, or a...
So I definitely was confused myself because...
It's just the fact we're going to have to accept the indifference.
And because the earth is asking me to rest, that's what that symbol means, okay? When you see that, it looks like a piece with multiple lines going through like pi, honestly. That is an earth sign. So I'm resting in the earth. I'm resting in my spirit on not only my sign, but what I'm feeling. So in my opinion, not feeling, pay attention, there's differences. I'm going off of what we see after the reading. It was completely done, so I said we're going to put this thing to rest, and using the earth energy, that's how I got to this conclusion. One more.
Here, but we can rest assured that this is Blueface's child.
However, the grief is here what was going to happen to Ronnie Doe. And not paying attention to any of this red and blue card. It's here.
This will tell the truth of it all, but like I said, because there's a lot of different meanings, transition, reality, and grief. The sad part is going to have to accept that this is Blueface's child, and I'm going to triple down on it all.
Working. It's doing. Does it look okay?
Happened, but her genes are stronger. All right, the final card is the skull.
Her genes are stronger.
So this will tell the truth of it all, but like I said, because there's a lot of different meanings, transition, reality, and grief. The sad part is we're just going to have to accept a new reality with the way that this child is going to be seen. Enjoy the reading.
Okay, so I wanted to just kind of break that down. If no one's took the poll, I'm going to keep reading. Either way, I'm going to release it when we're done. So I've always done these readings together, and thank you again for being a part of the tribe. Thank you for being here, y'all. I am in no way trying to be biased. I don't have a dog in the fight. I was going to turn the comments off, but I'm like, no, I don't want them to think, oh, I can't handle a challenge. But I know that this isn't what the intention is in general, because that's not the energy I bring. But it's just the fact that energy has been manipulated. And to be honest with you, I'm afraid. Oh, let me do this thing. You know what? I don't even know. That's how much I care. I'm so sorry. This young lady's sign. I promise I won't make y'all wait another second. We're going to get into it. I got my Bucky's lighter. I got stuff all over the place. Now, I am using the Garbage Pail Kids deck and also the Wizards Tarot. Both available online. Okay, wait. Give me a sec. Sorry. Oh, I got a call. Oh, goodness. I missed this one. Shoot. Hey, I'll call you back, okay? All right. That person probably changed their mind. All right, back to this. All right, so Chrisean, Eugenia Malone, is a Pisces according to Google. All right, here we go. And not trying to be funny. It says Eugenia, so I hope that that is correct. But Chrisean is a Pisces, so we're going to get into it. I've never just read them separately. If you guys would like to keep going, I do have a One Direction Tarot series going. We can do on this side if you want to drop people's names. No one really watched the Carlissa Mother's Day special along with the other one. So it's up to you however y'all want to do it. If not, this is definitely going to be the last reading on this young lady because I'm just completely over it. I'm over it in general, okay? And now, just to clear the air, Pisces. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Pisces, come here. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Why is this card here? I got to do this again. What was that card? How did it get here? This might have been from yesterday. I didn't have no privates today, so. All right. Interesting fact that one of these cards got left behind, and it's the Page of Cups. Give me a second. I'm not saying that this has anything to do with it. I'm just off the dome on what I'm feeling. You got a lot of masculine energy just here presently. Not watching, but just in general on this good Beyonce's internet, whoever you want to call it. But to be honest, when people are immature, they act like a child. And this is very childish energy in a conceited form of overness, overthinking, overspeaking, overbeing, just overdoing everything. Has the opportunity right in front of them, but always seems to self-sabotage because of vanity. That is here in the present, in the energy. Spirits. With sign symbols, downloads, sorry. I gotta cut it again. I know y'all like, bitch, come on with it. Pisces. Oh, the future is so thin. And I got this light over here in the corner, so I'm tight on this table. What sign symbols, downloads, and messages do we have on Chrisean, Eugenia Malone? Pisces, come through the door. All right, the first card we have is the Nine of Cups. This is somebody who likes to be looked at. This is also somebody who is vanity wrapped up. And when I mean vanity, I mean they're really just stuck in their feelings on, you know, how they look, but they're really, unrealistically, it's not that good. They're avoiding to know reality of how they currently are looked at or perceived or whatever, self-awareness. And then we have the King of Curses. Like I said, with the masculine energy, it's all over. And she's very emotionally moody, whether that being a thing that's been just a part of her steps of life, being looked at as an actual object, pretty, back then in the past. And then we have the Sun, a lot of ego and blocked opportunities. And something is excessive. Something is excessive that we look at as the general public. And because there is something glowing, could be the physical aspect of her skin, the tone, the way she looks, dressed, the necklace, whatever it is that keeps us unfocused. We can't see something that's dark. Now I got to go back here. What am I doing? Is this not enough room? All right. This is Virgo energy. I think this is just coming in from the past because this judgment is not comforting. This judgment is not something that she is used to of somebody that she's obviously in charge of and watching. And that, well, that could be the child, but that could also be her not wanting to see truth and honesty. And it's also coming to you at this time. Final two more. Can we keep going with the Pisces? Seven of Curses in reverse. So the game that's being played now, I believe if you go back and watch the one with those two, it was like about this show, like it's currently being recorded and viewed. Like we're a part of something each and every moment when it comes to really a game that she's playing with people who are building her up, but they're not worth two. They're not worth 2 cents to rub together. They're not worth, and not to be disrespectful. It's just something here doesn't feel clear because of there's lack of purpose. There's no purpose surrounding any of this chaos and confusion. That's in the present. The final card is the Knight of Curses. And this is more shadow work that needs to be kind of looked at in the future, but I don't think it's going to happen. Because she's very charismatic and charming to some people, but there's something that's starting to become gross and obsessive. This graceful energy or whatever she had before is losing, it's fading. Spirits, why do we have this Knight of Curses? Knight of Cults, please. Sorry. Like I said about being moody, being overly pretty, that still feels like this is coming in. But because she's being like a nuisance, annoying, people don't like it. The Five of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. These two knights here show some sort of masculine energy, that she's always been some sort of battler, some warrior. Keeping in some sort of fight made her be attractive or looked at as some sort of firecracker, or this person who's just always to stand up for herself, but she just looks different. And because she's opinionated, because she's direct, because she has really no manners or, morals, that energy comes off cold. But this is because something that was done in the past between somebody that is disabled. Now, whether this is mental in general or somebody in the physical, because there's an inability here to understand. So it could be in the mind, or it could just be with self here, okay? But there's really just no ability to... Let me watch my words, okay? If you grew up poor, you think rich, poor, think poor, be poor. Think rich, be rich. So it's like if you were surrounded in this environment, surrounded in this atmosphere, you're going to come out a little bit twisted. You're going to come out with somebody who doesn't care about taking risks. And when they take risks, sometimes... sometimes they grow, and then sometimes they stick. But really and truly, this is somebody who's physically incapable to not be a kid. This is still going to go on because of something in the past here. Could you double down on what we're talking about? The Five of Beasts. There's an inability for this young lady to really comprehend anything, because she got a lot of aggression in her. She is just born to disagree. And the arguments that I feel that are always going to be coming forth is because there's some sort of loneliness. I don't know what the lonely means. Spirits, what's with the King of Curses and this masculine energy? Right now in the present, she's really obsessed with wealth. She's obsessed with money. She's obsessed with having some attention that's not being shown properly. And with the Six of Cups, the Knight, there's the Knight again, and then the Two of Pentacles. I'll start here. She's really not going to get out of her feelings because she's not sure of how to heal from something. There are some memories that she's innocent about, but honestly, I feel like every time she speaks, it's nonsense, a lie. There's bullshit coming out, so people are not able to really believe what she's saying here in the present. She also has imbalanced chaos all around her because people aren't committed. They aren't dedicated to change. It's just a swampy, dirty place, and this is what goes on each and every day because of the mentality, the way she's not going to change. And so when you deal with somebody who's, I don't want to say efficient, but they know how to get money. They clearly know how to get a bag, but it's also something dirty behind it, okay? Something very, very dirty. There's flies all around this Knight. What are we talking about here? What's right? You got the Tower. There's something that she's not going to be able to avoid here in the present. And whether this is her realizing that a tragedy is a loss or something that's unexpected, it's here. And it's pure destruction because of trauma. Trauma that hasn't been healed from, and I don't think ever is really cares about happening here. All right, the final card in the past, present, and future is the Sun. Tell us more about this blocked ego, this blocked happiness. What's happening? What's coming forward? She does something excessive. And I don't think it ever stopped here from since she was able to, like, obtain it, buy it, capture it. You got the King of Pentacles. You got the 9, and you got the Strength. I feel like Strength was upright, but it's not. This is where my hands are at this moment. Here's the 9. This is the year that we're in. This is for y'all to also see that this woman has mental health issues she refused to cope with. Please, I'm not being rude. You can look it up and do what you want yourself. But there is some shame and guilt here. And I heard that. Let me put grandma's ring on. There's some shame and guilt here that's in the future. And it's something that's been on the mind even when she sleeps. The truth never really comes through clean, especially when you can find ways to make sympathy. If you look up how to make people believe, how do you manipulate energy, it's right here on Google for you to see. But this is somebody who's really just wrapped up in money. They're wrapped up in self. They're wrapped up in how they look. And like I said, it just doesn't look that good. It doesn't look the same. But in the mindset, she feels that it's she feels she's beautiful. She's a beautiful businessman, really, in some way. I don't want to be rude because this is all masculine energy here, and I'm just trying to get through, okay? So if you believe that you are a real masculine businessman, that you are able to not turn on some sort of softer side and stick with it, then you can see that where the lie comes in. Leo. She doesn't really have the confidence, and she's just really vulnerable right now because she had to do what she had to do to get off. To get off of these papers, to get off of... I feel like something that it really wasn't stable, so she had to really watch what she was doing or she was going to slip and fall up here. So she had to use vulnerability to look weak for a second, but it's only to get these people up off of her here. It never really changed from the very beginning. Nothing is happening. It's just stagnicity. Then you got the Hangman in reverse. This is Cancer energy. But it's also to see that she's got negative patterns she's refusing to sacrifice. The people believe apathy, and that's what's stalling her life. Not really like going to a rehab, going to get something that's got her by the leg. And it's had her for this way because she was introduced to it from somebody. And whatever she's introduced here, I'm not getting into, but it wouldn't interest me. It doesn't interest me. So it's a disinterest, okay? That's the past, present, and future. What does all this mean? You know I got to pull out the literary witches. I might just pull out the Orishas too. Thank you for being a part of the tribe. Thank you for the likes. You too. Working on what? She treasures something here. And I feel like it's more money over than... Like that's what she would rather be together with. This togetherness. It's not with learning, changing, growing. Just these bones that are dry that she's already ate twice. Let's do these three now at this time. The past, present, and future again. Past, past. Present, present. Future, future. Come through again at this time. With the Virgo energy, she's not too sure, like, how to gain control of how people view this young boy. Because if you go back and watch those other videos, I told y'all, like, a long time ago, we as a people are supposed to learn to accept what we're seeing. And that's really what the celebration is, not for a change. We're just supposed to accept. And that's really what's troubling her when it comes to the judgment. She knows. That's why she does different actions, different motions. But it's the sympathy that she gets, Scorpio energy, that comes over. She's never really going to learn a lesson because it's all about appearance, what it looked like, because she's never had it before. 4 of Pentacles. 4, 4, and the star. Thank you. All right. Legacy, long-rooted history of this stuff since a baby, okay? We're going to start here with this 4 of Cups because I need you to see the feelings. I need you to see the acceptance. This is what I was talking about right here. We have to accept what we're seeing because that's what we allowed from the very beginning. Nobody really rushed in to take these cups from her drinking, right? There's the cups. Nobody really rushed in to tell what was doing with these 3 partners. The cups are right in front. So I need y'all to see that there is some manipulative energy that is apart from everybody, because nobody's speaking and somebody knows something. Now, when that comes in, that becomes reckless, but people are protecting this whole family, this whole thing. And it's no disrespect. Please don't think my tone. I'm reading. But the protectiveness that is hither over here is reckless. But that's what has been hoped for, because these people just need checks. They need this stuff to keep coming in. They need to keep being y'all looked at as their influencers, their inspiration. But there's no serenity in these people. This little baby Cabbage Patch got holes all in her. The water's coming out. There's no feeling. So when we see emotion, it's a lie. It's all some sort of part of an act for y'all to believe more of their lies, and lives. Okay. So more feelings are coming in with this pentacle, and when I tell you that she's afraid of a financial loss, or maybe going through one now, that is the truth. There is also a battle of who this baby belongs to. But we have been lured to believe something that is just not true. And I can own up to it at this point, Pooh. Okay? Because I don't care, because I go back and I finally watched this video. I took the time to see something clear. I never realized that we are the ones with the chickens with our head cut off here. We are the ones that didn't see that something from the past she lured us to believe. The 7 of curses is in the present moment. What does it mean? 7 is the magic number. 7 is also living some sort of gamble. And this may be just the past. This may be just this game and secret that she knows. She's already spoken to us on camera before. All right, so we got the Queen of Cups, the World, and the 8 of Cups. So feelings have been all over this thing. Let's just clear that up. Feelings, feelings, feelings. The feelings are really wrapped up in something that is a secret that we were led to believe, but it's also because of her just being, I mean, honestly, it's not me saying this, but it's the aesthetics. Everybody loves pretty. And you can do pretty much and get away with anything, because that's what people are dependent on, because they live vicariously. There's this shell. Every time she opens up, she gives a lot of people life here who are insecure. She gives a lot of people who are fragile hope in themselves for some reason. But this is a woman who is not honest about a lot of things, about something. Her self-centered energy is going to catch up with her. I feel like she's avoiding something that she is aimlessly broke free from. All these men and all these things that she goes through in collection are tied to her, like rooted. For some reason, that tree branch is very thick. This is also some sort of success that she has in the present, and that's everybody believing the creativity that she used with this whole kid. If she's getting rid of all Blueface's pictures, we have to come to some conclusion here, okay? And whatever we're going to say that she has success in, I mean, it's very artistic and creative, because a lot of people are believing the reality of it. And the planets are really aligning up with truth, because she never thought everything would be connected, everything would come together, but it is in the present moment. She knows about some grief and loss, because she was there in spirit and drunk. She stays drunk. But in the present moment, when I told y'all about this artistic thing, she already spoke and told and broke free. I'm not going to say anything. Think for yourselves, and hopefully it's what you should be thinking in this moment. Yes. She knows. She knows. The Knight of Curses, what for? There's that dark energy like coming behind her. And it's only because she has this light she leads with negativity and lies for some reason. Justice is here. This is Libra energy, the Death card, Capricorn. Cancer was here, but this is strictly on the cap with the Queen of Wands. Change is not ever on the mind. This is also Scorpio coming through at this time. I don't know who belongs to her in that sense. But she's getting ready to move forward from something and have some brand new beginning. And why? Because she is in fear of really something coming out to change her life. We got 2 dead flowers surrounding her, and she seems like Rogue. That one, I was reflecting light one time, one of my mods, we were talking, and I was telling her, like Rogue from the X-Men movie, when every time she hopped on somebody, I mean, I think that was in Coven too. Like she obliviates them. She gets rid of them easily. And I'm not saying, like, metaphorically speaking. If you've ever seen X-Men, the movie Rogue, you know what I'm talking about, what happened and why she had to go. So this is really like a woman who has some sort of soul control. But she's stuck. All right, one second. She's stuck where she is in the mental. I will be right back with you in 6 minutes, please. If you are ready, go ahead and send location. Sorry about that. So, like I said about her really not wanting to change, if she comes out and says some sort of secret, right, that life will never be the same. And really, she hears and watches every single thing that people say, that people do, and she has a very vengeful attitude. When she went through this royalty session in the church, sitting upon these pillars and thrones with these people, guess what? It wasn't really to reestablish herself. This wasn't really to change who she was. There's something very vengeful about this young lady and demanding. But justice is here, unfortunately, in this Libra energy. And there is something consequential that is here that has to be paid for. That I feel this is how she's so sticky and kind of gross. That this is the way that this is going to come out because of the manners, of the morals, the mind, right? I even seen a video of wiping her. She wiped her nose and then wiped it on her head son immediately. The mind's just not right. And that's just no disrespect. There is justice coming because of, I feel like just, they're not able to comprehend, understand it. There is a rebellion card that has popped with a wall. She is some sort of death reaper, death holder, and has hands in this world. Whether these 2 birds or these 2 pigeons, she throws bones, but they are her goons protecting her. We don't see them. There's a blocked wall. And there's also family. The family's really thinning out as far as, I feel like, growth. But they're all protecting a secret that they know. I want to do, let's see. So with this whole thing, is this Blueface or Ronnie's baby? I got the 3 of skulls. There's the 3 parties. I got the 3 of swords. There's the 3 hands on the heartstrings. And then I've got the 2 of swords. The truth is being revealed to you at this time, and it is an overload. But the confusion that surrounds this child is the fact that she's hiding a secret, that she knows that there's sorrow. It says that there's grief behind whoever has the same and shares the same heartbeat, you know, or something similar to those words. There is also some sort of connection to a body of separation who is like tunneled, okay? I need y'all to also see on this final card that there's tears not really being shed because of evil. And I don't want to be like funny, but it's serious. Because you can be evil just because you're not able to change your mental. That's not a confidence. This is also a like past thing there's a past thing she's come to peace with. And as long as everybody is believing what she's showing you, it's going to remain the secret. Are those here? Do I have those here? Will we ever find out the truth? Whether it's from Blueface getting out ever, or if this is all just mumbo jumbo. Let's just keep in mind these days, months, and time.